That is Stream Beats Hi-Fi, a cousin to Lo-Fi. Why does this web camera look fuzzy as all heck? Hold on a second. This is way off. My camera's gone nearsighted or something. There we go. When I can see pixels on the sunglasses, that's when I know it's right. Yeah. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay. There's a maintenance tonight. I'm not surprised that ESO has a maintenance going on. There's a couple of broken things in ESO right now. The splash screens, for example, aren't working. So let's have some fun with third impressions of ESO Deadlands. I've decided that I'm going to ham up the whole impressions jokes with every stream that I do about ESO Deadlands. So every single time I stream about stuff that's Deadlands specific, I'm going to increase the number until we're up to like 50th impressions, 145th impressions, whatever works. The guideline is that it needs to be ESO Deadlands specific. So it'll kind of serve as a test of the longevity of the expansion in terms of keeping one's interest. So let's fire this up. Let's get the sound back on. Let's figure out what we're going to do. Might want to get into some alt builds as well. So when last we did some tinkering, we got original sound on here because we're going to go off to the Deadlands shortly.
Ready to try something new, eh?
So we settled in on, for Richard Goodmain, Paladin and Knight. So we have, you know, magic wielding dude in plate and super tough magic wielding dude in plate. And so the story goes, it's basically about whether you want to throw a lot of magic around and hit harder or be tougher. So I was thinking about how are we going to split up those two builds among some of the alt characters, and I have a few ideas on that. For now, though, let's head on out of the castle and let's go back to the Deadlands. I want to actually try, I want to see if I can get access to daily quests already. I'm actually curious what Deadlands dailies are like. So another thing I've decided to do and have a little bit of fun with this, besides keep an eye on the preview to see if it stutters, another thing that I've decided to do is complete pretty much the entire landmass before actually starting the main quest. So that should be something else altogether. I also wonder if there's an in-room available. I mean, there's in-rooms everywhere else. So imagine what a Daedric in-room would look like in Fargrave, wherever the heck this city's name is. All right, let's go off the beaten path to try and avoid the Blackwood Cliff Racer things. We sort of did. All right, let's head on off to the Deadlands. All right, no messing around with builds at the beginning of this now. All right, so we want to go Fargrave. It's about as far as we got in Fargrave. Let's check out the rest of the city. That's the city district. And let's see. Well, let's see what we have to play with here. Also be good if we could see some add-ons get updated as well. All right. Daedra City. So there's an inn up here. Let's go see what's available. It'd be interesting. What would an in-room even look like out here? What the? People are completing dungeons and other stuff. Get those mails out of the way from Adelot. Okay. All right, where's the inn? According to the... Yep, this is the inn. So, is there an in-room in here, just like there was in the other expansions? Well, this looks semi-normal for this Daedra city. Kind of has some Redguard architecture going on.
In the shining night slate, and coals glow to light the grave.
Oh.
Footprints lead straight.
This might be a bug that's getting fixed in the maintenance.
A chorus here sings a Fargrave.
No voice animations on the bard. That's not good. Let's see. I wonder if they're... According to... Oh, there's another inn in town, so I might be in the wrong inn. Let's just set everything over here. This might just be a tavern. Brewer Inn, da-da-da. That's where you go to buy food and stuff. This is just a tavern. There's another inn I just noticed on the mini-map. Let's see if we can get up to that one. Alright, what do we have up here? I don't know, the depth of field effect, or the LOD effect of this DLAA, not so sure I like it too much. This is supposed to be deep learning, but
Disaster is coming! Fargrave is doomed!
I don't think it should
All
be
of
something
you,
that simulates
stay away from
like
evil.
nearsightedness
Stay
or something.
away.
Let's head on through here. So here's the portals. This is where we can leave to go out to the Deadlands, which I couldn't be bothered to figure out last time. Yeah. To the bazaar. This is a trade bazaar here. What's this inn that's on the other end of town, though? Oh, these are the guild traders, and they've already assigned everything for that. You know what would be cool? The Creeper. If there's some kind of ancestor of the Creeper somewhere around here. What's that Ogrim even eating? Alright, let's see here. Fargrave foodstuffs? Is this where that other inn? Yeah, so this... What's this? The Shambles. Nice name for an inn. No, actually, this is the rough part of town. Yeah, this is the rough part of town. Do some fighting. And there's a place to make stuff, too.
It's a fight now.
It's like that part in the Clockwork City. It's like that part in the Clockwork City where there's fabricants roaming around. It's near where you make brass fortress gear. Through here. Forgotten Furatory. Okay. So where do we make stuff over here? Is that upstairs? Yep, upstairs to the crafting area. See what the set bonus is for this. Okay, Iron Flask. I'm guessing it has something to do with drinking. Yep. It's based... Oh, oh man. Check this out. It's kind of like... Yeah, it's a heavy set. Well, no, it can be whatever you want it to be. Health plus armor, and when you drink a potion in combat, you gain tons of armor for 20 seconds. So, Iron Flask. I could have guessed it was kind of like the Brewmaster Monk in World of Warcraft. But here we go. It couldn't be any more obvious here. Plus health, plus a bunch of armor. What is that at champion 160? Give me the chest piece. That'll have the most armor on it. At champion 160, before upgrading, you're talking 2,000 more health and 1,200 armor. So, I don't know. I don't think that's any... I'd rather have something passive than have to go around drinking potions to get a ton of armor. But I imagine someone might use that for PvP. Because imagine how annoying it would be if someone drank their combat potion and then all of a sudden they had a crap ton of armor. So, oh, man. Sounds like something you'd use in PvP, all right. All right, what's up here? Any ruffians in this neighborhood? Looks like we just made it through the rough part of town here. Wait, no, we didn't. There's just some players that are just outside the aggro radius. Alright, so there's this. Now, what do we have up here? Over to... see if there's some kind of inn room over here. There's a second inn, so I'm actually going to skip that. Let's find where that pathway is. It leads up to whatever that fort is over there. We definitely have, like, thief things and stuff like that to go to. Keep an eye on the frame rates there. I think the settings we dialed in should work for this. So just it's basically maximum graphics, but the view distance is turned down. Similar to like high mode only has like 67% view distance. I'm tossing around the idea of actually building a system, even though I'm waiting for, you know, things to change. An AMD 5700 Cezanne system would use current hardware that might be, you know, going out of business or something. The bathhouse? You do not meet the requirements. Is that the inn then? That's the inn that was up here? All right, this isn't the inn. The other place is the inn. There was no inn room. Big surprise though, at Daedra City doesn't give you an inn room.
Now I'm going to.
We just, however, did this the hard way. Hold on a second. Let's get out of here. Get out of the rough part of town and head back to where you won't get beat up in a back alley somewhere. I got a feeling I'm going in the wrong direction for that. Hey, look, a spider, Daedra. I knew I wasn't going in the right direction.
Your odds.
This must be fun, though, for Dark Brotherhood characters. I don't know if the Daedra count as humanoid. I wonder if you can use the instant death ability on these and kind of get used to it this way.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
We have up here. Grab the shard, though. Grab that shard and then head back to town. Let's see what we got here. Where's the shard? It says it's resting atop the teeth of something. This looks like something. How do we get to it? Ah, there it is. Can we take the, can we shortcut our way up to it? Platform. Be funny if we could do something like this. Nope, jumping puzzle it ain't. Well, we'll figure it out. Shouldn't be that hard to get up there. There it is. Always a hidden staircase somewhere. Head on up. Yeah, head on up and almost fall off again. Where is this? There it is. Takes care of the shard. And so that inn doesn't actually have an inn room. Get back to civilization here, but there's just something I haven't really been talking about very much. Alright. Back to the city proper here. It's been so long since I did that. This kind of reminds me of the Mos Eisley spaceport in Star Wars to an extent. Oops. Do I even want to know what happens, what this place has for guards? Get my thief character for something like that. Yes, I have one. Oh, let's see, head down. Let's go to the Plaza of Portals here. Hopefully it's a little more quiet. So we just did everything the hard way in order to not be cheap about it and explore the area a little. The truth of the matter is that we can just go to the collections. Housing, not collected. And there'll be a nickname in here if there was some kind of inn room that I hadn't collected yet. Lake Watch, Windhelm, Falkreath, Hammer Death. All these houses, and I just have no use for them. Riften Solitude, Mournhold, Quandam Indurilia, Ravenhurst for Fell's Run, Serenity Falls Estate, Narcissus. But this is actually the hard way, too. There would be an icon on here if there was an inn room available. What's this? That's definitely not an inn. Asa Accentium. Alright, well, let's see. Let's cheeseball. No. Go to any of... If we go to either of these... If we go to either of these, there's a way shrine nearby, so we just cheese it that way. I want to see what that house is. We found the one in the Deadlands the other night. Deadlands proper. We just run out, maybe get attacked by a Daedra or two. Maybe we get attacked by a Daedra or two. We'll just head on over to the way shrine proper over here. Hey, this place is to farm as well. Take that.
Can never have enough of that.
I want to see that house now. Especially if there's a way to preview it as furnished. So take this raging coast, go back to Fargrave, come in right about here. Yeah, go to the outskirts, head on into town. Let's go check out that house. A little bit redundant, but...
Off we go!
No, actually, the house is on the outskirts of town. I'm just curious what that looks like. So there is no inn room, and I think by this point, well, number one, it's not the, like, a new expansion or anything. It's not a new expansion. Let's see, merchant collector, da-da-da. Interesting. Not currently for sale, so you can't even preview what it would look like furnished. Oh, it has some red guard lamps, at least. Not that I need a bazillion player houses. See, room number 2, room number 3. Maybe that could be your bedroom or something. Then up here. Right, that's the courtyard. But before that, we go up to here. It is kind of like a red guard house. Up to there. Yeah, this has red guard written all over it. And that's the courtyard right there, right? Well, it does look awfully trippy for something in Oblivion. Oh yeah, let's full screen this thing. Look at that. It's kind of like a Northern Lights effect, but it's Oblivion. Whoops. Zoom completely in. I don't know, it does seem like a cross between, you know, Northern Lights, that kind of thing, and the desert from the Beetlejuice movie. Except where are the sandworms that randomly come out? With this Daedric desert. Just the utter weirdness of this town. It's just like, I mean, these are based, I mean, looks like rocks from ground level, but it's actually giant skeletons. Giant skeletons of what? Especially when ZeniMax pretty much made this up. They had to try and find some way to have a player city in the Deadlands. How do you make that work? I don't know. I imagine this could probably be Picasa into something really weird and bizarre. And since there's a new social media manager over at Lucky Ghost's place, let me just throw every filter in the book that I have at this thing. Give me Picasa. Picasa full screen. Give me Picasa and let's catch this guy in the upswing. There. We will edit and filter the living daylights out of that. Send it over to him. Ugh. Suddenly it's getting super cold in here. It's below freezing outside, but this thing still says everything's above 70, which is what I'm going to keep it at anyways. But there, yeah. This should be interesting as a something like this. All right. Get this back in action here. All right, so does this place have dailies? Invisible walls, of course. I'm guessing at the edge of the property too, so you can't go. So this is a, yeah, this is a house that you can't jump off the edge of. That's one of the easiest ways for me to not be interested in a player house, to have it where you can jump off the edge. I don't know if invisible walls are really the way to do that, though. Right. All right, let's see here. F5. This house is not currently for sale. Go to entrance. All right, let's get out of here. Are there any kind of daily quests or anything? There's no prince that rules this realm. Well, let's go map out the rest of the city.
Anyway.
When we get to somewhere we can do dailies, then there'll be little blue arrows that'll appear. The question is, are there even Fargrave dailies?
All just leave me alone.
What will those look like?
Terrible's about to happen. I just know it.
Well, if there's dailies, there has to be dailies over by the crafting area. Oh, wait, we do have a pair of dailies over here. Let's go see what they are. Yep, job brokers.
There's always opportunities in Fargrave for the ambitious and skilled. Take a contract with the Sarathu Tong, and you won't have to fight everyone else for work.
Sarathu Tong? That sounds like Morag Tong, probably a similar organization, right? Hey, how big is the... See the top of the chat. Set the camera up here so we can actually see over the top of... So... Yeah, why don't we do something like that? Yeah, there's some bugs. And there's people trolling each other. I mean, brand new expansion. Why would you be trolling all over the place in game chat?
A Manticora, Taupezu Azida,
This is the
injects
world
his
boss
prey
broker.
with venom. Vadam Sedri, our poisoner, thinks he can make a new antidote. He'll pay someone to kill the Manticora and gather samples from his victims. He's in the guild hall if you have questions. This venom is also a key ingredient in a Daedric hypnotic called Daze. Vadam Sedri says Daze is cropping up in cheap mortal medicines from the shambles. Why not deal with two issues? The pay is good on this job. Don't complain. The Sarathu Tong does not pay for time spent on a job.
Let's see here.
Dragging your feet will get you no favors.
This is a world boss quest.
Mages who owe fealty to the great house Lalu. We transport wares and folks between Fargrave and Nirn. In a trade city like Fargrave, you can see how useful that is. Most merchants prefer working with us over, I don't know, a cult.
So, House Lalu. That'll be familiar for people that played Morrowind. The traders of the great houses.
Whomever builds the bridges sets the price of the crossing. Other groups in our position might not be as successful, but no one else has perfected transport across the plains. We're very specialized.
Not exactly the Mages Guild now, are they? Book stack. Oh, you can read those. So when we see weird books like that, we can read them.
I have a keen eye for spotting reliable adventurers in need of some extra work. It's one of the things I'm known for. So, are you the sort of person I think you are? A reliable adventurer looking to make a bit of gold?
Yeah, so this is totally Star Wars. Just the vibe of it all. Seems like this is like Daedric Tatooine or something. If there's a Star Wars fan at ZeniMax, I'm not going to be surprised.
There's a rare plant, the Martyr's Copperleaf, that grows around the feet of the statues in the False Martyr's Folly. Normally we wouldn't
clear
take
that
this
one?
kind of work, but the healer Tulanith needs it, and we're feeling charitable. Have you ever been to the Folly? That place is terrifying. Tulanith's stationed at the House of Whims if you have questions. All I can say is that if you take on this job, you get a cut of the deal. So, what do you say? Oh, you get to head out on an assignment. Have a good time, all right?
Blah, 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 blah. I have the quest. Let's go. Talk to two... No, we're not going to do any of the optionals. We're not doing the optionals. We're just going to get straight back over here. There's probably crafting dailies, too, over on the other side of town. Fighters Guild. There's our guild halls.
Disaster is coming! Fargrave is doomed!
There's no point. No point at all.
Deadlands. So there's the world boss. Let's see if there's roving bands of people randomly doing the world bosses again. Otherwise, we'll try and solo it. We'll go full-on solo. I think we might have done that before. If we solo it long enough, somebody else will show up. General, switch on over here.
Don't get too comfortable out there.
Switch to night. Get nice and tough. Probably not going to need it, though. The expansion is still new enough. Wrong way. The expansion is still new enough. There's probably people trying to do all the world bosses still. Otherwise, we'll try soloing it. See how that goes. I don't know if we've done... No, I've done the world bosses. So people aren't distracted into the public dungeon. Yeah, this is the one we did last night. Are there going to be random people showing up and helping out again? There are already people here. Nice. All right, let's take out that thing. Yeah. Get some experience for Miriam Lendis. Whoops. She almost got one-shotted. She almost got one-shotted already. It's like a dolmen, actually. Although the roaming world bosses are actually supposed to be like dolmens, too. Was there a place to get treasure from, or did I not get... No, I got kill credit. Interesting. Let's grab some of these. Probably not enough to get loot credit. That's what the issue is. What, are they all just going to camp the boss? I think the anti-farm script will kick in for that as well. Okay, so where's the Delve quest at? Well, nice to have done enough damage to get some kind of loot from that boss, though. I wonder if we should wait. Of course, there's already 2 dead world bosses, so... Nah, that person's a tank. Let's head off to the Delves. I mean, what would it be? It'd be loot that I've already gotten before. Let's see, where's the shard over here? Up on the... Up... No. Where's that shard? Whoops. Let's go check out that crafting station. Because it's pretty much on the way to the Delve quest here. Public dungeons available as well, but we've already seen that. See what the craft area is over here. Looks like there's a quest hub, too. Why they'd use like a town marker for some place like this, who knows? Let's see, what do we have here?
Let's ride.
Right, crafting area is right over here. I know we can look all these up on F Extra Life or something like that, but hey, that kind of gets away from the thrill of discovery. Stormright's cleft, and something's still chasing us. Gotta wait for it to run away. What's this one guy? Wretched Vitality. Let's see what we got here. Champion 160. Magic, stamina, plus weapon and spell damage. Yeah, so if you apply buffs and debuffs, you gain recovery. You gain a whole bunch of extra recovery if you're constantly doing that. That might be good for a Templar. That might be good for Templars, though.
Off
All
we
right.
go.
The Delve is up to the north, and there's a shard in there, too, so it's one that I haven't done yet. Let's head on out. Enjoying the rather green scenery. See if we can complete around it. Well, the fun part is everything resets at 2 o'clock, so I can get another set of dailies. Do 2 sets of Deadlands dailies before everything goes down for maintenance. Let's see here. Just check the status here. The flaky status of YouTube streaming and Discord is something else altogether. Directory? Third impressions of the ESO Deadlands. I might actually save that other screenshot since it is more Deadlands related than the one that I have. Might save that for fourth impressions of ESO Deadlands. Keep going to 5th, 6th, 7th, however long this joke can go on for. False Martyr's Folly.
You know, my grandmother and the hero of Mournhold are counting on me.
Man, it's totally gone all winter here. Felt like summer barely 2 weeks ago. All right. There's a shard to pick up in here, too.
Get back, you fetcher!
That's some damn fine gear you've got there.
Switch off to Paladin. We're not doing any world bosses. There we go. We could always equip DPS gear while in the other spec, too. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Speaking of which, do we want to throw a lot of extra magic around?
Off with you, Swit!
Right up there. Where is... How do we get up there? Or is this one of those things we have to finish the delve in order to get up high enough to get to that? There's some way up there. It's probably one of those things where... No, actually... No, there's a way up there. It's probably hidden. It would take something like that to get people to even come up here in the first place. It's like, how do we get people to 100% complete the dungeon? Put a sky shard up there. There aren't even any enemies. It's almost like in WoW, where you would, like, wall jump your way up to the top of a mountain and then just run across the top of it. You didn't have to do that in the Barrens, though. You could just go straight to the top. There were never any mobs there, either. It's interesting how that works. So somewhere near the sky shard is our next item anyways. Read the description of that. See this. A flowering plate with long yellow each hibiscus. Okay. Why they'd put that in for an oblivion flower, who knows? So this is another one of those quests where you basically have to do the delve in order to do the quest. If a scamp wrote a book, this is exactly what I'd expect it to look like. Manticore. Change up to medium armor. Let's actually make this into more of a sword fight.
I think I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
3, 4.
They're coming for us.
Another one of those Hexos ward belts. Let's see, there's the last one. As always, you have to do this in order to complete the delve. Those lightning rod things actually hurt, or are they just there for an effect? Deadlands Cave Delver. I don't know why I still list the Sky Shard there. I already got it. Almost lemminged there. I suppose the thing that breaks your fall was put in there on purpose. Alright, let's get out of here. That's dailies. There's another round of dailies available. I guess it will take me to another delve in the area. Still, though, it's going to be hilarious when we 100% complete the zone before starting the main quest. We already got the world bosses down. Now we're working on the delves.
Grandmother
Maybe a
and the
tad
heroes of
overripe.
Mournhold are counting on
Right, see here? Well, we got some bit out of the way. The delves are complete. There's only 2 delves and only 2 delves and 2 world bosses, so that part's already complete. So let's go back to Fargrave. What's this? Stamina, damage, and stamina. Bash attacks do a bunch of damage, and they turn smashing things with a shield or your weapon into cone damage that interrupts. This effect can occur once every 2, so I've never actually made a character that just ran around bashing things with a shield everywhere. That would be something interesting to try out. Let's see. So Fargrave, where were the quests again? We're going to get another set of quests for stuff we've already done. That was the second delve, so we've done both delves now. In which case, you know, I think I'm just going to hold on to the quests. So I'm going to get the quests and hold on to them because there's a one-day rollover if you have old quests in your inventory. You can do the old quests first, and then you can do the current quests. Hey, wait a minute. This book stack counts as more than one?
Fargrave connects to multiple planes of existence, but that just means more work for me. I'll never get everything done.
Alright, sounds about right for a bureaucrat. You run behind the counter?
Oh, didn't hear you approach. Are you getting sneakier? Never mind. Was your endeavor successful? Amazing. Once Tulanith the healer examines these, I'm sure Fargrave will have a great new cure for scalefoot or stomach sores. Something. Here, take this. You certainly worked for it.
So what's the special material for this? For building
I have a job
things.
for you. If dangerous missions be careful out.
The blood pit? Alright, let's turn this in. Might just do that
I've
again.
gotten word about your assignment from others. Verdam will be relieved to know you've dealt with the coin.
When I go back
The
to...
Morrowind has her eye on you.
We'll probably have the... So we do one, then we do the other. Eye of the Grasp. Magic, damage, crit, and then a bunch of extra ultimate. What was the other one? Ah, House Hexos. House Hexos is the new... Well, that's a crafting thing. It's probably required for... What the... Why does this thing think I don't have any points spent? Confirm? Or she wanna... That must be a bug. No way. That must be a bug. That must be a bug that costs you 3 grand all the time. Warfare 131? No, according to this, I don't have any points left. What the? How do I have 131 spare points available? No, there's no way. Craft 1-1. There's no way. This is a bug. This has to be a bug. Plus, stuff's coming undone. That's why. No, this is Paladin. This should... No, this is Paladin. Maybe What? There's no way this is right. What am I missing? Plus weapon, plus spell, plus critical damage, plus critical healing. This is screwing up. Ooh. Get the general out here. This is screwing up. Changing builds. Yeah, changing builds is screwing everything up. Equip build. This is screwing everything up. 1-1-1. Yeah, see, now it's correct. So I just spent 3,000 on a redistribution mode. This is bugged. Probably one of the reasons why the game's going down for maintenance. Switch to night. I'm gonna go might not want to go too wild with this then. And let's go into the galaxies again. 0, 0, and 1. So this is bugged. Occasionally it bugs out. Ha, that's crazy. Well, let's continue working on this then. Might also be the case, too, that I need to save these things. So hold on a second. Which one do we have equipped here? This is supposed to be night. So this one is supposed to have stuff all over the place. So plus stamina and some other stuff as well. Tireless discipline, that's plus stamina per stage. Da-da-da. Now save the night build.
Know the difference between a
Save. That needs some work.
I've been at this. Hold on.
Paladin. So now it's back to normal without all the extra toughness. What does it have? This thing is ripping me off. This thing is ripping me off for $3 grand when the builds bug out. Oh. Stung, stung, stung. Now, what are we working on here? Plus healing? Or something else? We're kind of running out of things to spend this stuff on anyways. Fitness. Definitely some bugs in this new expansion. Hence the maintenance. Now save... What? Is that fountain singing? See if there's just as much noise over here. Alright, so that's the regular paladin build.
The right armor. Plus...
Save. This is bugged. Yeah, this... So, blowing money on respecs that aren't even necessary. Yeah, I think we should call it with that stuff. Wow. Alright. Well, we gotta make some money back since we're getting ripped off by in-game bugs. So, let's head on out to brand new expansion. Or DLC.
They say the queen herself.
This is the second zone here.
Fargrave is due!
Show civility.
What
No
the?
point at all.
Is someone going on a murdering spree? Some Dark Brotherhood character?
Hit harder next time.
I gotta get my thief character out here. This does kind of remind me of the Thieves Guild city. Yeah, 3,000 gold though. That's daily quests. But it'd be better if you weren't getting ripped off because your build bug's out and it claims you have unspent points. All right, let's head on off the Raging Coast. No, that's taking me to that's taking me to the main quest, which I don't want to do. Matter of fact, as part of my commitment to beating the landmass before I ever do a single quest in the DLC. Gone. Let's go find the shard in this area. We're gonna 100% complete the landmass before we actually do the main quest. We already got the delves, we already have the world bosses. And now we're gonna go for the shards. Let's see. Atop a natural bridge cut in half north of the Raging Coast. Which means it's up there. Oh, man. It's about as Elder Scrolls as it gets when you don't play the game the way the developers intended. Of course, it is a sandbox, so... What the developers intended is not saying too much in and of itself. This is probably worth another screenshot as well, of how red everything is. We need more Deadlands-looking screenshots, so we might as well take one atop this super red mountain and with fiery stuff everywhere. Gained a skill point from that. Oh, this looks awesome. Dismiss Miri. This is about as Deadlands as it gets, too. Picasa? Still open from last time. Bam. See, the fun part about having a character in full plate like this is that you don't have to worry about whether he blinks when you take a screenshot. 65,536. Still want to think this isn't bugged? Yeah. That's one of those computer numbers, too. So, pay 3,000 gold for the fictitious 65,536 points. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Ha, 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 ha. You have exited the champion screen without committing all your changes. Yeah, sure.
Remember to move those feet.
Re-equip Paladin. You are busy. You are busy. So now it's locked. Wait a minute. How am I busy?
Ha! I know.
Equip Knight. Knight. 2, 1. Cooldowns. Alright, just flip-flopped everything back and forth. See? So, I wonder if I might have paid for respecs I didn't need because of that. And then it's like, you didn't commit all your points. You have 65,536. That's probably one of the reasons why there's a maintenance. At least they're jumping on these issues, though. They waited a week after the launch of Blackwood before they did any of this. And that was so bugged that you couldn't save any of your settings, including your add-on settings, so you were frozen at the pre-launch type thing. Or was it? Was it the start of Blackwood?
Miss anything interesting?
I just look it up on Twitter to see what it was. I was really upset about it. And I went back and forth with the ESO support. on that until they sheepishly admitted, oh, that's how you get cloth in here. Just like in the Clockwork City. Until they sheepishly finally gave me any credit for knowing anything whatsoever, and yeah, I actually know what I'm talking about. It's gonna have to wait for a patch. It's like, so part of the problem with customer service reps for some of these games is when they assume people are not tech savvy, but if I'm PC gaming at all, I mean, does that automatically mean I don't know anything? Not in a million years. Alright, Deadlands Demolisher. What does this one do? Stamina, damage, more stamina. Oh, wait, that's more of the Deadlands Demolisher. That's more of the stuff for, like, bashing things. Didn't we look that up earlier? The Golden Anvil. So how about we actually go to... what's lit up on the map? The Blood Pit. That's a place we haven't been to yet. There's also... what's that other quest thingy? Let's go somewhere else. We already got that one. Let's head off to the Blood Pit then.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Oh. It's those flowers again from Oblivion. It's those flowers that emit poison gas from Oblivion. They've been properly represented here. Yeah, so they have the vines that try to beat you up. And then they have those. Then they have... what about the spittle sticks? Can't remember what those used to do. The Harada root, I think, would attack you. And the flowers would spit out poison gas. I think there was something else. There was something else in Oblivion. I could always just fire up Oblivion again and play it. I kind of miss some of the modern amenities of ESO, though. The new release of Skyrim that's coming out is supposed to kind of sort of nod to ESO with some of the new features it's adding, like fishing. Alright, the Blood Pit. What makes the Blood Pit the Blood Pit, except nearly doing the lemming thing trying to get into it? Is this some kind of an arena? Or free-for-all PvP area? Well, it looks like just a place with some Daedra that want to beat you up. There's those fireball things again.
can make it. Keep moving.
I was wondering what kept stunning Dromora. Problem is, this guy's still in his Halloween whatever. Can't tell whether he's Dromora or not. See. Place the letters. Where's the third one going? Not this way. Yeah, we can stop getting players dressing like they're Daedra. That would probably be a lot easier. Place the letters below.
I never used to fight this much until I met you.
Reminds me of the Scourge from Unreal Tournament. Alright, so there's that. How do we get out of the blood pit? Just keep going up. Alright, Deadlands. Clandestine communications. Repeatable. It looks like I never actually picked up the... No, I never picked up the world boss quest. Got one of them, but not the other. Hey, speaking of world boss, why did I just see a super hard enemy health bar thing there?
Come here if you cold wanderer. You seem kindly and I could use the company.
The blood pit. So there's another sky shard up there. It's the last one. Yeah. Go get that sky shard and finish that off the checklist.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're totally gonna 100. We are gonna 100% complete everything before doing the main quest. Like, you know, you start playing. Hey, I'm gonna play Morrowind. Are you doing anything? No, I'm just messing around. And then, oh, okay, now I'm gonna do the main quest. I've never actually been this extreme about this kind of thing before. Alright, let's see. How do we get to that thing without running off a cliff somewhere? Is it one of those things where it's a slope and you just go up the side of a very something? How about over here? No, let's do some rock climbing. Not much to it. Except we have an imp to deal with. Target practice! You know what I should do? I should have some fun with this. Take this ability and then gear up for crit and tons of crit and go on a crit spree in PvP. Run up, fire up that ability, and then Deadlands Sky Shard Hunter. Surprise people in PvP. Even funnier, find some stealth gear, do medium armor. Which medium armor has a crit bonus too, doesn't it? Yep. So go into PvP and just go on a ganking spree or something. Could do some sightseeing. So as far as notable places, there's only 2 of them left, and that's them right there. So if we just go on a sightseeing tour on the way back to Fargrave, we can get that off the table as well. What's this? That's points of interest. Discover all the striking locales. Let's fill that in as well. Heck with it. We got some time before the servers go down. And do I really want to be messing with armory builds for 3 streams in a row? I mean, we already know the armory's broken anyway. You have 65,536 available points in warfare. Oh man, I'm curious if anyone's going to get banned for that. If they find a way to play, to bug their way into having way too many points. The Tempest engine, there's that. There's another thing right over the hill. Then we'll make a turn and go get that other point of interest. Which will finish up the Pathfinder achievement. What's this up here? Some kind of evil citadel. Destruction Solace. Like I said, some kind of evil citadel. And then we head down to... Wait, no, wait. Scrap wood. Where was that scrap wood that just appeared? The thing that just pops up on the compass. Is it like a wagon wheel or something? This is very Clockwork City. There it is. It is just like the Clockwork City. It looks like some little wagon wheel type thing. 3 things of heartwood. Good, I need a bunch of that stuff. Why do I have this feeling that this cave is not a shortcut? There's some kind of jumps. Oh, it is. It'd be funny if they threw in a jump scare there somehow. Oh, look. Droras. Such friendly townsfolk here in Oblivion.
Off we go.
Alright, that one last eyeball in the mini-map, that's what we want to get. The other sights and whatever go sightseeing in the Deadlands. Head down over there. Oh wait, more of those flowers that emit poison gas. At least they give you fair warning of that. Ravage Crossing. Okay, there we go. Pathfinder achievement. Deadlands Pathfinder. Cool. Does that mean I can unlock flying mounts now? So we have the Deadlands. We have this that we haven't been to yet. Then we have this. Wretched Spire. I wonder if that counts as notable places. And then literally all that would be left was, let's do that. Do we get credit for what happens when you go into this thing? Oh, what? It only does damage? Doesn't throw you in the air like in Cataclysm? That's weak. We'll see if we get some credit, and we're not gonna do the quest chain in the town. Let's see if we get some credit, discovery credit for that and that big gate thing up there, and then see if that's.
I hope you're watching.
See if that gets us the notable, like, you've been everywhere kind of thing. And then literally all that will be left to do is the main quest. It looks like there's a side quest hub over here too. Whoops, more poison flowers. What is this? Wretched Spire. Alright, so we've gone to the Wretched Spire. Now I just gotta get to that gate that's over there. That was 2 of 3, right? No, it wasn't. There's another notable place I haven't been to yet then. You're really just gonna stand there and get killed by random lightning strikes? When you're that bored in Deadlands and have nothing better to do. We see we can get to that. I think we might get the last, like, notable place type place. by doing the main quest. See if it's like Riven Spire. See if it's like Riven Spire or something.
Let's ride!
Nice. Bunch of players. Now this evil-looking citadel up here is probably the last point of interest. Can we even get to it? Ardent Hope. There it is. Probably some quest involved. So what is Fargrave, the Deadlands points of interest? We probably have to self-contained stories that explore the lore, characters, and locations within a zone. They can award you with experience, gold, and gear. But we have a maintenance coming up, so we're going to save those for some other time. But that's basically, if we do all the side quests, then do the main quest, we'll absolutely do this entire zone backwards, because literally everything is done. Nice. All right, well, let's see. Fargrave crafting dailies. What are those like? See how they see if they've improved on any of the designs, because we know there's the Somerset Donut, and then there was Skyrim was basically in Solitude, and then Leowin had a nice design. Although I think the Somerset Donut, people have more muscle memory of it, so they might like that one better. But what are crafting dailies like in Fargrave? We might as well get the answer to that question as well. Up to here, because we know they're over by that broken down whatever it is. Various gangs control the shambles. It's not fit for civilized company. Surprising number of mortals reside there. Alright. Still, the weird scenery in this game is something else altogether. Let's head on over to check that out. Any stuttering, by the way? Actually, I think I've no, it's in the view menu. "65 frames missed due to rendering lag. Skip frames due to encoding lag. Really small this time. Not bad." I'm tossing around the idea of building a system based on the Ryzen Cezanne chip. It would use current-gen hardware, which I was trying to avoid, instead of waiting for the next socket. The idea here is, when the new stuff comes out, it's probably going to be very expensive because there's a lot of price skimming with technology. Switch to medium armor. There's probably going to be a lot of... There's probably going to be a lot of... It's going to be, you know, price skimming is huge with tech, so you're probably going to have... I mean, I think we're already seeing it with the Intel Alder Lake processor, which isn't all that exciting. So, wow, they copied a smartphone processor because they can't get their nodes smaller. Like, no, I'd rather do like 7 to 5 nanometer Ryzen.
Hey, stick with me.
So here's the thing, though. Monolith, the system that's making all this lovely entertainment possible right now, is not compatible with Windows 11. So when Windows 10 goes EOL, I won't have a backup. So the idea here is we'll put something together. We'll put something together off of the current generation of stuff. I'm missing where the craft stations were. I think I went the wrong way. We'll put together something. We'll put together something. Get out of this gang territory then. So what we'll do is we'll put together a little something based on current gen stuff, and maybe, you know, catch some stuff on clearance, something, because everybody knows that the new stuff's coming out. The Cezanne processor will benefit mostly through multi-core. Major improvement in multi-core performance.
You have to know how to scrap.
Which we know that ESO, with the new rendering engine, uses multi-cores a lot more than it used to. And that's one of the reasons why we're hitting the limit on CPU when streaming this thing now, because this game, to run maximum, will actually use up a lot more resources to do so. So, let's see, that's that. Let's go back to the city proper. So the current monolith is going to be the Windows 10 retro system when Windows 10 goes obsolete, kind of preserving the Windows 10 experience, similar to how I just built, the Silver Bullet into one for Windows XP. I'm gonna make Tuxedo probably into something for Windows 7. So I'll have retro experiences for Windows XP 7 and 10. They'll have everything run 11 on all the new stuff. The case that I use, the Fractal Design Define R5, is actually still available to purchase new. I think it's a smart move, the Fractals case, because there's some features, some legacy features like optical drives that, optical bays and things like that, that are still in the Define R5. So I want to get another one of those new. The reason I have an optical drive? Blu-ray movies. They're pretty cheap if you get them from a secondhand store these days. Alright, so here's the craft stations, including the outfit stations and everything. Is there a place to get crafting dailies from? We also have to get the other daily for the world boss. Can you even do crafting dailies here? How about up here? Is there some place to... They might as well refine everything. It looks like this would be a really clunky place to be doing your dailies anyways. I mean, look at all this running up and down that you'd have to do. So that's the idea. See if I can catch some clearance parts, or maybe, with everything going on with the holidays, have something ready for the switch to Windows 11. Which I can only do on the laptop right now because the Skylake 6700 is a little too old. And the reason for a Ryzen Cezanne is it's similar enough to the Ryzen 7. The reason for that is similar to the Ryzen 7 that's available, the regular Ryzen 7. This will have integrated graphics, so if I end up without a graphics card, run the game in medium or something. So let's see here.
You there! I bring tidings from the Dread Lady.
No, I'm not doing the main quest. We're actually here to go do that other stuff. Oh, look. Yep, see, there you go. Uh-huh. Yep, see, yep, just barreling away about computers in the chat now. That's just really, that's one of the worst things about my YouTube channel, really. I cannot believe that, considering how much the computer world got shook up by Apple with the Macintosh, that we've devolved to this point where computers, people involved with computers are so big on navel gazing. It's insane. Xerox had a navel gazing problem when GUI machines were created with a mouse and everything with Mac OS.
You're quickly becoming my... You got into... Sorry, I'm...
It's just ridiculous.
If you take on a job and have the skill to come back and destroy
Manticore. There's only 2 world bosses, so this might be a duplicate here of it. I just can't believe, how selfish and self-absorbed the YouTube computer scene really has gotten. It's like tech video people are jumping on Twitter and they're saying, I can't make videos, I can't get views, and everybody's jumping in the comments on these tech videos and they're saying, I don't want to be reminded of stuff I can't buy because of the part shortages, I'm not watching your videos. I'm like, what a stinger. What a stinger for people that have been entertaining you for years. Something beyond their control happens with these tech shortages, and you just walk away. It's like, what? I thought you gave a darn about these people. In some cases, in some of the bigger cases of some of the big tech channels, I really wonder if there's some people that bought memberships. Like, I'm over here, look, I'm telling a story with my computers. But at this point, the tech videos I do are self-contained. They basically are what they are. Not going to do anything to really try and improve the format because they pretty much are what they need to be. So they don't really represent any way for me to try new stuff. So that's really what the issue is here. I want to be more creative and not just be a one-trick pony, but it's just... The same thing pops up in the comments, too, with just the way tech videos are these days. Like, It's not just about the computers, it's about the people. If you're a fan of Paul's hardware, it is to an extent about Paul, not just about the computers he shows. What? How come I can't target this guy?
This one seriously.
I'm getting one-shotted. Woo! Whoops. Static field hit me for 31 grand as I'm spec DPS. Oops. So destroy liminal rods. That's those things. That's those lightning things. But yeah, the whole tech video thing is just. People need to take a look in the mirror. They gotta take a look in the mirror because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all people. And we're all more than the sum of our machines that we make YouTube videos about. Or, you know, the products we review or anything of that sort. I mean, the tech deals guy, for example. You know, I've done like, you know, benchmarks and stuff of the Delosauruses I have versus his Delosauruses. I've done the benchmarks of that sort of thing. That was inspired not by the computers. I wouldn't have known about the computers if it wasn't for the person. You know, tech deals, I don't like the whole idea of building a brand because it's very stuck up. Let's see. It's also very dehumanizing, which is at a time when we need some more, what's this? Oh, that's the portal back to Fargrave. So I've been taking a long way to a way shrine and stuff. But, well, that takes care of these dailies. But yeah, when it comes to the computer stuff,
Anyway.
we gotta take a look in the mirror. It's about the people. I mean, I don't like the idea of building a brand or anything because it's too dehumanizing. The reason why YouTube worked was because of interactions between people. So, you may like a tech YouTuber's channel, but fundamentally it's the person that was the reason that you got interested in technology or there's what they had in the first place. And it's too easy to forget that.
You came back. I'm impressed.
All right, let's just...
Our enemies are persistent. Keep moving, Hunt.
So we've done all of that. Could use some peace and quiet after all of this loud Deadlands stuff. Panther... No, something quieter. Sijic Villa. I think I just clicked outside house by mistake. Yeah, we're going to Artaeum. All this doom and gloom and stuff. I can think of no more relaxing place, though, than Cathedralis Sancti. And we'll reload the UI if it doesn't, the high elf music doesn't turn off. But yeah, it's just, where did we go wrong with this stuff? That's the thing, that, you know, it's all about just the hardware and stuff like that. Now, if you don't care about the person, a Paul's hardware channel is no different than literally any other computer channel on YouTube. Turn that off. Yeah. The main reason why I gotta do more of those dailies here. And we could fix these up, too, so they actually line up with each other. But yeah. So, the whole thing here is, I mean, if it's not for the person, every tech channel you watch on YouTube would be basically no different than any of the others. Now, there are some generic channels that take inspiration from BuzzFeed. Can I turn off the music? No, I can't turn off the Control M like in WoW. Picking up some of the wrong stuff here. This area actually has its own music versus the rest of Somerset. But that's really the thing here, is that people have to stop and take a good look in the mirror, especially when they're involved with these tech videos and stuff. Because a lot of tech video creators are hurting right now because people are just walking away because they don't want to be reminded of stuff they can't buy. Well, you could always do different kinds of videos, but would people watch them? Reload UI. That's how you reset the music on these things. Hope this doesn't stutter things too much. But I mean, there is a cookie cutter YouTube video format that you can do and get views and play the algorithm with, then you pretty much know what I'm talking about. If you've seen one video, you've seen them all. They're all interchangeable, including the creators. And I don't think anybody really wants that kind of an experience on YouTube. Because the uniqueness and the personality quirks of the people that make the videos are what has given YouTube its character. These generic formats to play the algorithm, I mean, they may get views now because the computer system is funneling views to them, but who's really going to be interested in them? You know, where's the uniqueness and where's any reason whatsoever for people to remember any of that stuff? They probably can't even remember the names of who did what video because it all blends together. And that's part of the reason why I do what I do on my own and don't get caught up in that rat race, even though it's lower views. But and I can definitely say that if there isn't an interest in me specifically, my Silver Bullet Retro project is just not interesting because lots of other people have made their dream XP machines and stuff. So you just can't separate the person from the videos with these kinds of things, but apparently there's a lot of people out there that think they can do that. It's just not, it's not the way to go, especially when you have a lot of, especially full-time YouTubers, a lot of full-time YouTubers that have seen revenue dry up because last year was the bubble and now the bubble is burst. It's like people are going back to work and at the very same time things are swinging in the other direction. So you have all the shortages and everything. A lot of it is long-reaching effects of the pandemic, like the semiconductor industry not being the quickest in the world to get going again. Let's go to Panther Fang. Some of this music just gets redundant. Or maybe it's because I've done the expansion so many times. I never did do any crafting dailies, did I? Alright. Why don't we just enjoy the sound of this game here? Relatability. Yeah, I know. There's actually there's a guy from South Africa originally. I don't even watch his stuff because of the way he is on camera. He always acts like he's the most miserable person in the world around computers. It's a form of content creator baggage. And he makes complaint videos about stuff and things like that when he doesn't get what he wants. Alright, so, hey, while we're at it, let's check out this office here and put the armory station in here. There's this. How we get a music swap going as well. Well, we'll get it to fit somehow. We'll get it to fit and be usable somehow in here. Probably put it against that wall too. We moved a few things around. Let's get some music swap going with some Stream Beats hi-fi. I've heard this other stuff so many times. All right. So let's go and let's... I had enough of the Deadlands and all the doom and gloom and dreariness. So, see, where would be a good place to put this thing? Surface drag on, please. What if I just move... Maybe a less symmetrical office, but get that sconce out of there. Yeah, apology accepted, I suppose. But we gotta watch that. We have to watch that though, in the way we conduct ourselves in that respect. No, computers are fun, but they're not even the only. They're not even the only tech thing anymore. With mobile being what it is these days, it's fun though to see like phones and stuff get like quad-core processor. We're like, yeah. That was a computer thing first. How much do I have to clip this into the wall for it? I can actually stuff this here. What's it hitting if I... 3. No, that can't be. It has to be green in order to be usable. So let's put this here. Put that sconce right off to the side. So that way there's, you know, a little bit of symmetry with the lighting. Rotate. This has a bit too much B3 organ. Matter of fact, let's mix this in with lo-fi. This is a bazillion. There's like 10, 12 lo-fi albums for... There we go. It's like 12 lo-fi albums for this sort of thing here. And how about we make things a bit more symmetrical? Hey, do we have any paintings? I know we have too many paintings at the Scotsman's Overlook, so we can go get some paintings to put them up here. Let's see. Gallery. Put an Undaunted bust up there. Put in a statue if really wanted to. Dragon's Treasure Grove. Nah. There's too many. I had too many paintings at the Scotsman's Overlook, so let's go grab some for the office. Should be a lot more with this kind of stuff. I don't know. Hey, so folks are tuning into these streams. That's cool and all. I want to make some real videos, though, about ESO. Give the algorithm something to pass around, because that's what I'm missing with this kind of stuff. I think the last time I talked about ESO was a little rambly thing I did in 2018 or so. So we could talk about some of these things here and there. Maybe even make a guide video on how to make the kind of paladin-like character that I have here. Let's see, where were there some extra paintings and stuff? Raspberry Pi and x86. Yeah, I'm going to go Ryzen next generation. I think what we have with Intel and the Alder Lakes is like AMD with the FX 9000 series. They hit a technical limit on what they could manufacture, so they have to come up with some stupid gimmick in order to keep selling stuff. That looks like a good one to grab. They have to look at this, like three paintings on the wall. They're like, we don't need all of these paintings. We'll just grab it, get another one of those. This one looks a little too excessive. Like, there's paintings around every corner because and even in places that don't make any sense, because I was running out of places to put them all. So we can definitely grab a couple of these for like office walls and stuff. Let's see. I like this one, so we can leave that up. I think some of these might actually. That one. I do like them in the bedroom here, but this is actually. This is another. This is not my character's main home anymore. And we gotta rough it up and make it look a little more rough. Maybe leave that one. Let's see. Some of the bigger ones we can get rid of too. Just taking all the paintings off the walls. This is supposed to be more rustic. Lots of paintings doesn't really cut the mustard with that. Was I so out of space down in the... Was I so out of space that I put some paintings up down here too? No, I wasn't. This is too redundant. Load hi-fi only into this? Actually, no. Load ambient. This will be even more relaxing. Well, here's the thing with Alder Lake. It's Intel trying to disguise... Well, there's an architecture problem waiting to happen with the fact that the cores are not all the same anymore. So it's something that would need a compatibility patch. Golden Griffin Garrett. Let's put up some paintings here. So what nanometers was the Alder Lake actually manufactured at? Let me look that up. While everything's loading. Intel Alder Lake. They're trying to disguise the fact that they can't 12th gen 10 nanometer enhanced superfin. They're talking about, they're trying to disguise the fact that they can't move beyond 10 nanometer while AMD is flirting with 7 and 5. The thing is, they're changing the names to try and sound similar. So like calling it like a 7 or something without saying nan. Yeah, Intel 7 process. You know where we've seen this before? AMD. With some of the, like the Ryzen, not Ryzen, the Athlon 4000 that I have in the Silver Bullet these days was called that initially. The reason why it was called that was because AMD was trying to relate. There we go. Because AMD was trying to relate to the customers and everything. So, like, 4000 was supposed to be, oh yeah, the AMD is basically the equivalent of a... Let's put another one up there. AMD is the equivalent of a 4 gigahertz Intel processor. That was what they were doing with that. So, let's see. There's that. There was some paintings on some of the walls here. Give this office a little more character. Where else did I actually finish setting up the offices for these folks? Sky's Overlook. Mournhold, I don't think I did. Mara's Kiss. I think it was... Did I ever do anything in Leowin? I don't think I ever did. I might want to get to work on that. We could also put some carpet down, too. Why don't we work on the offices? AKA the in-rooms. This, I think, is empty. We gotta figure out... This is small. So what I think I would do is put down 2 desks parallel, and you basically walk in like this. And they all have their... Or you just have them chilling or something. Who said we have to give them desks for everything? Yeah, Golden Griffin Garrett was set up for this. Core 2 Quad. AMD Athlon XP 2000 Plus. And I was dumb enough to let Multiwave assemble the heatsink. They gave me a, not even a stock cooler, but a 60 millimeter Spies fan. Then I put 2 aluminum funnels on there to jump it up to 120, blowing down into a 60 millimeter heatsink. Yeah, I didn't know it. I was such an idiot. See. Let's go do some crafting dailies and then get back to the offices. Get some materials for that.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come
See,
from a
we
big
have
family,
253.
so it reminds me of home.
Yeah, I mean, so the tech videos... This is too loud. There we go. The tech videos pretty much are what they are at this point. Oh, that's right. I shrunk down. Since I shrunk the picture, the Winamp's now too big. Let's get that shrunk down to match. It's only supposed to show the song and add a little retro touch to these kinds of things. Now it's a bit tough to read. What happens if I make the preview bigger? Yeah, it's a little bit. Just has to be made a little big. So let's see. Craft dailies. Get those done. I guess the big issue, though, is that, you know, you talk about the plummet in all the gaming videos that I've done. That became a thing in 2011, so this stuff's been going on for 10 years now. It just makes me wonder when people are going to wake up to the way they treat folks. I know Paul, for example, he's been on Twitter a couple of times thinking like he might have to shut his channel down a couple of times because he got sick of the views being what they were and stuff. But Paul has like an algorithm-friendly thing anyways. It's more folks, I'm more likely to watch folks like the Toasty Bros and stuff these days. Fargrave and Tonic. The truth of the matter is, though, I don't need to know about every single new tech product that comes out. Because the newest stuff is, we know there's a lot of price skimming with technology. The newest stuff is always going to be sold at a premium. So it's better just to wait for it to become more your type of price and stuff. That's one of the reasons why I'm looking at 2 computers here. Have what's essentially going to be the backup, and then once the technology that's coming out gets more established and the prices come down, then do the Ryzen for the long haul. So that's done. This is done too. We're not going to go too wild with the craft dailies. I think I might have set up the one in Vardenfell too, so.
You saved the Queen. Stars keep you safe, traveler.
Well, talking about computers is fun and all. I just wish that folks would talk about other stuff too and not have the discussion go dead quiet. So, I mean, if I'm talking about mobile devices, for example, that's basically pocket-sized computers these days. One of the tech video projects I have ready to go actually involves smartphones. There's so much to do. If DLC like Deadlands can stop being so good, I might get to some of it. See, let's go back there and let's do the deconning. Let's get the deconning done here. Decon, refine the rest of it. I still wonder, though, about making a medium armor paladin with tons of crit gear and then go into PvP and have like a stealth paladin that can run full speed while stealthed. Like, oh yeah, you got jumped by a paladin. You don't hear that very often. They're like people with their rogue characters, and then
I'm a widow.
Dude in shiny plate armor busts out of stealth and one-shots you. That'd be fun to go ganking with. Smithy, oh, we have Deadlands stuff too. We can open up as well. Eye of the Grasp ring. Let's decon all of that. Do have an experiment going on too. I have reason to believe, over on Twitter, been taking screenshots. I have reason to believe that editing your stream replays disables the clip functionality. That needs to be fixed. Because you're verifying your connection and stuff. Your horse is super fast. That's from PvP. The Assault Tree. Do Cyrodiil long enough to get continuous attack, plus 30% mount speed. A good reason to actually go into Cyrodiil and do stuff. You know, maybe we should work on the gear for that. Figure out what we want to use. Like, have like a ton of burst damage. I think I wouldn't be that much different than what I have right now, though. I'd just be jacking magic through the roof. Going in, surprise! Did have a ton of magic to heal. Well, no, healing is nerfed. So it is basically a bunch of burst damage. Healing is nerfed. There's debuffs on healing in PvP. Enchant. Right, that's good. So the one that's in St. Dellen, did I ever set that one up? That's the one from the Morrowind expansion. Thought I set something up here. Yes, I did. And this in-room is big compared to the others, so we can just put the armory station in one of these alcoves over here. Try putting this here. I saw it turn green somewhere around here. I think it's the candle that's messing it up. Yeah, it's the candle. Let's see. Is that even a... No, is that even a straight wall? No, it isn't. We'll leave that as is. Not bad, if I do say so myself. There's got 50 bazillion lanterns. Let's see. Sisters of the Sands, Snowmelt, Sweet. I don't think I've done anything with anything else. Just the Daggerfall one. So let's go set something up here. Scotsman's Overlook. You can also want to set the station up over by the other stuff here. What time is it anyways? 3 a.m. You can always do the stuff off stream. Then chill after, then relax a bit, and then probably head to sleep after the maintenance starts. Everything goes offline at 4, and considering 65,586 points to spend, not really a surprise there. Still, though, how would we... What kind of desk is this? That's just a regular Breton desk. Let's go to Panther Fang. See if we can make some material. No. Let's carpet up the one. Let's do some carpeting since we have the carpets that are available already. Get rid of all these generic rugs. Carpet up these places. We can't put them too close to the door, but it's from back when I couldn't make any rugs. We know we have plenty of those. Parlor. 28 of these things left. See, the too wide. We have to rotate it. Set this one up. That's too close to the door. All right, we'll have to sink that. We'll have to sink that down into the floor then. Precision edit it down. Take this down to here. Bring it back up. And 1 and 2. So where's too close to the door? Right there? It doesn't even hit the wall if we do that. So let's just back it up. There! Now this is carpeted. And this actually looks cool. This actually looks cool because of all the colors and everything in the paintings. We have Picasso open still, right? Yeah, let's get a screen of that. More upscale in the high elf area. Except we're missing a painting there. Put something there. Actually, what are the... place... Special collectibles is 2, so you can only have 2 of those NPCs in here, so it can only be the service NPCs. It can't be this guy. Alright, one more painting then. Gallery. Paintings. Now it's not so bare on the wall. Alright, let's head out. We can't do any paintings. Can we put carpet down in St. Deadlands? Make it look less like a... Make it look a little bit less like a goofy place like that. Yeah, look at that tacky thing. See ya! Parlor, rugs. Well, we could always see. It's about wide enough that it can cover the desks. We just got to... We just got to place it somewhere. Have to place it somewhere where it won't turn red. Problem is, it's so big. Too close to the entrance. Turn off the surface drag. We actually have to put this back here and then drag it forward. Okay. Bring that forward. Bring that forward. See if it looks better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that not moving? Okay, now that'll work. Oh, it kept hitting the red zone. There's that. How about 3 and 4? Yeah, it was hitting some kind of red zone with that. How close can this get without before it turns red. And rotate. See. Ah, it lines up with the... It lines up with that. There. It actually lines up with the centerpiece there. I suppose the next thing we need then is see how many more desks we can make. Go back to the castle. Work on some more offices too. So we need Breton armchairs and 2 Breton armchairs and 2 Breton desks. All right, let's head back to the castle. 2 Breton armchairs, 2 Breton desks. Write a note on that one. Not bad. We just have to figure out a way to put the armory thing in there. Armory thing plus 2 desks. The one in Leowin is going to be really challenging. Certainly have the rugs for everything, though. But yeah, Intel Alder Lake, I'm going to check it out. The big issue I have, though, is older games that don't get patches to make it run properly with Alder Lake. I don't think it'll handle the mixed architecture as very well. Take this. Breton throne. We can actually make some thrones there. Not structures. Where are the desks? Oh, it's the clothing station. No, wait. Yeah, it helps if you actually go to the right... Yeah, it helps if you actually go to the right place. Breton Pew. Nord Counter. Leywin Plate. Parlor. End tables. I thought I had the ability to make those things. Where are they? Is it in here? Sconces. What kind of recipe is that? Woodworking station. Yeah, it is under the woodworking station. It should be in here. No way I don't have the recipe to that yet. There it is. And we can only make one of them. What are we short on? We're short on heartwood. This is just one of the dumbest reasons. This is hands down one of the dumbest reasons why we haven't been able to do any of this kind of stuff. See that? That's pathetic. For enchanting, can we make a bunch of lanterns? Clockwork illuminator, not the vampiric lamp. I think it's a metal thing. If you want to make something like this. No. How about woodworking? Thought it has metal in it, though. No way this has anything like that. Elsewhere, sugar bowl. What about alchemy? A clockwork gas lamppost has alchemical resin tempered brass. Clockwork lamppost. What does that look like? Basically, a dwarf torch. So we need heartwood to go even proceed with those projects. Always one thing. I guess half the problem is that see if we can make a Leo-in door. We're probably short on heartwood for that too. Can we make something over here? We are short on heartwood. Always short on heartwood. Oh, well, we'll have to go get some more of that stuff. Well, more Deadlands stuff. We literally should just start the main and side quests. Side quests are what's left. And stuff along those lines. I think I want to take it easy. I think I want to take it easy a little bit tonight and get start making some plans for the weekend. So, good stuff with that. We have maintenance coming up for ESO. We have some maintenance coming up for ESO and things along those lines. And then some folks stop by tonight. That'll wake you up. Again, just feeling like you're spinning your tires on this. But the thing is, people aren't getting concurrence when they stream ESO on YouTube. Some of it has to do, though, I think, with the lack of popularity of the game itself. It's like, why does it seem like ZeniMax just sits there and takes all the lingering negative criticism of this game from like 5-6 years ago before they improved it? It's like, I just don't understand why ESO has to be one of those games where it's a once you know type thing, where by default you're not going to know, but once you know, then ESO is suddenly a cool thing and whatnot. I'll just never understand that. For the time being, though, I'll just keep messing around in Tamriel and having some fun. Time to relax a bit and probably get to sleep early. Getting more sleep has been something I've needed to focus on for a while. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.